Well, a nearly $14 trillion debt hole and a shovel that'll dig just about $200 billion out of it. That is the Debt Commission's so-called preliminary plan. Both Democrats and Republicans, as you've heard, have been blasting the idea. Now, we could have gone to those guys to debate this whole thing, but, you know, they're just politicians. So I was thinking, well, diet experts, fitness experts, experts who know the benefits of taking one step at a time. So naturally, the nutrition twins came to mind. Lisi and Tammy Lakatos here now to talk about the benefits of starting and just doing it. You know what I love about you guys? You talk about the virtues of better to go slow and make progress than to do nothing at all, right?
Absolutely. We're all about small changes. And in fact, in our book, The Secret to Skinny, we're all about making simple, small changes for massive results.
But some would look at that and say, all right, a dude is, let's say, 300 pounds overweight. It's almost a joke. And he says, well, I'm going to have an extra salad, cut down on the ring dings, but it might take me a few years. What do you say?
Well, the truth is, if you're someone that's like eating fried food and has a terrible diet, and you decide to go cold turkey and just cut out all the bad stuff, you're going to be mean, you'll feel deprived, and really you're going to go off, you're going to go off the deep end, right? And then you throw in the towel completely, and you forget about healthy eating altogether. So instead, if you do make these small changes, they actually make big changes and big term results, and they last forever.
So you're encouraged by Washington trying to at least take that first step.
Absolutely. Going all about the first step. If you're someone who eats butter all day and you add it to everything, take away 2 tablespoons of butter and replace it with, I can't believe it's not butter spray. It's still going to give you that buttery taste, fat-free.
No,
yeah, absolutely, fat-free, calorie-free. And over the course of the year, you're going to save yourself 21 pounds, and all you've done is cut out 200 calories a day.
I never buy that.
Oh, you should.
Really? Okay.
You should. It's very
But, you know, I think the reason why this looks like an impossible problem, ladies, is to a lot of folks, it just seems so big, so massive. So what do you say to cynics in the press who look at their Herculean task and say, hey, the government's too obese, too far gone to ever get this under control?
We say that's totally bogus, and in fact, the small changes really add up. For instance, if you had a handful of goldfish crackers and you swap that daily for pistachios, which are the skinny nut, it's a mindful snack. Okay, you shell them. And
that takes a lot of work.
That's the point.
Really?
That's why we love it. It's perfect. So that handful, you make that swap.
Can you get people to shell them for you?
You could.
Then you could eat
and
more.
think about the good thing is that takes time as well. And then you make that swap daily, and over the course of the year, you save 5 pounds. That's just swapping a handful of the goldfish for pistachios.
Well, the nut analogy to Washington was actually very good, because I do think that the reason why everyone pounded the Debt Commission is they instantly said, what you're doing isn't tough enough. You're not exercising enough. You're not doing enough immediate stuff. What do you say to that?
Exactly what we've been saying. It's the small changes. All of these little things add up. Take soda, for example. If you're drinking a soda every day, it's 150 calories. Swap it out for a non-caloric beverage. Over the course of the year, you've saved yourself 15 pounds.
So when you hear something like, we're going to raise the retirement age, but it won't take effect till 2075 or whatever it is, are there such a thing as small measures and infinitesimal measures where someone's going to tell you, all right, I'll have 1 less cookie a day, but I eat 50 cookies a day? There is such a thing as going slow and not going at all.
Right, well, going slow is still making these baby steps, and that gets the momentum going and positive encouragement. And then you start to see, like, over time, these changes really do add up, and that's what makes all the difference. And you say, oh, well, I only made that change. I only changed that cookie. Well, maybe if I just have a piece of fruit instead of that piece of dessert, that will continue to get the ball rolling.
Really?
Yes.
All right, that's a little too tough love for me. Now, invariably, there are going to be some people who say, well, you know, why have these guys on as financial experts? Well, look at that. They're thin. And they mean what they say. Then I want you to think of the typical politicians we would talk to. Ask yourself the same question.